filming me for?
I'm not filming you, mate. I'm in a
Filming
public area.
everybody,
Just in a public area, mate.
You're doing a documentary?
I am, yeah. As I'm walking down a residential street, I may as well tell you a little bit about my research that I've done, just to find out who's from this area. So what I'm going to do, rather than just say Sparkbrook here, Sparkbrook there, I'm going to actually cover this area basically and kind of talk about what's known as the Balti Triangle, which, given that I've asked around about 7 or 8 people at the moment, nobody can tell me exactly or pinpoint where it is, but my assumption is that part of it is Stratford Road ahead in Sparkbrook, and it will extend round by Balsal Heath, Small Heath and so on. Spark Hill maybe as well. So what I'm going to do is just talk a little bit about those areas and mention a few points. So Balsal Heath, well, what's notable about Balsal Heath? Look at these gardens, by the way. Well, Balsal Heath was once home to the wickedest street in the UK, apparently, in the 60s. UB40, they're from around those parts. The chap who invented Cluedo, he is too. Who'd have thought it? But then there are other things, like in Small Heath, the Luftwaffe did actually bomb a factory of the Birmingham small arms. Now, that's because they made various things, including guns. But I never knew that BSA of motorbikes and bike fame was the very same Birmingham small arms. So there we are. My first bike was a BSA Javelin, so when I learnt that fact, I thought, well, I never knew that it stood for that. So yeah, sadly 1940 there was a strike on the factory by the Luftwaffe and they killed 53 people and a number more were injured. It's quite sad. I'm going to see if I can locate what is known as the core element to the Balti Triangle. Excuse me, do you know where the Balti Triangle is, please? Well, the restaurants are. No, alright. Oh, you're not. Alright, sorry to bother you. Yeah. It's been one of those kind of fact-finding missions, really. I'll see what else I can do. Bear with me. Hi, girls. Do you know where the Balti Triangle is at all? Where all the restaurants are?
Sorry?
Do you know where the Balti Triangle is? No, you don't. Okay, thank you. I thought it was in this area. Alright, thanks. Well, they're not going to do much business, are they, this Balti Triangle? I wonder if this lady knows. Excuse me, love. Excuse me. Excuse me. Do you know where the Balti Triangle is, please? The Balti Triangle, where all the restaurants are. No? Okay, thank you. Hiya, mate. Do you know where the Balti Triangle is, please? Excuse me. No? Okay, didn't want to speak. Right, fair enough. So, if the name of the park's anything to go by, it looks like I've just entered Balsal Heath. And just keep wandering around. Or could it be Ladypool? Could it be Ladypool in Balsal Heath? So still talking about the Balti Triangle then. Birmingham City used to play in Small Heath, which isn't too far away, in the Mosque Stadium. Before St Andrews was built. I think that was around about 1903 when they played the last game in the Mosque Stadium and moved to St Andrews. Also in Small Heath there was a tornado once and it uprooted all the trees in the park. Another street, another mess. As you can see, there's still piles and piles of rubbish. So one thing I have noticed already is that where there are council flats, or they look like council flats to me, social housing, that's where the bins are stacked and piled high. And where you have the more salubrious flats, I can't see a bin bag in sight. So that does kind of back up what people are saying, that it's a bit polarised in terms of collections. So I don't know if you remember the sitcom Citizen Khan that was filmed in Birmingham. Well, they always made a joke that this particular area is the capital of British Pakistan. What do you think? Ooh. Some street names resonate with me more than others.
All the bins are everywhere,
yeah,
scattered, not been picked up.
Well, I've had 2 bin wagons go past, and doesn't look like they've emptied that. And sadly, it is stinky, the rubbish. It does smell badly. I mean, we have had some warm weather lately, and it doesn't help. It's only going to get warmer in the summer. Hiya, you alright? I've got some more here, look. So this gives a truer picture of what's happening. Bin wagons driving around. I'm not being disrespectful to the guys, but lots of bins not being emptied. I mean, does this look like 1970s Britain, dare I say? I mean, I'm from that era. And before anybody says anything, I'm not being racist at all. I'm not. I'm just saying how it's changing. So before anybody says that, it's not true. The videos are merely to show you how everywhere is changing now. So somebody else who lives in this area, well, within the Balti triangle, was somebody called Jason Savage, who was reported under that name in the press, not under any kind of conversion name or converted name. And he was arrested and sent to prison for wanting and plotting to, in inverted commas, or I quote, flatten a mosque and end the life of a cleric who didn't believe in his particular form of Salafi Islam. Now, Salafism is a late 19th century revivist movement, so it's relatively young, and it's part of Sunni Islam, and they actually support the implementation of Sharia law. Western academics, they broke it down into 3 categories of Salafis, and I think this is probably where Savage's exception to this cleric took some shape. The largest is the purists or quietists. The second is the activists or Islamists. And then the third section, and this is where people like Anjem Chowdhury and so on and so forth come into it, are jihadists. I've got to show you this phenomenal building. It's Moseley Road, Baths, in Balsal Heath, and as far as I know it's undergoing something of a refurbishment at the minute inside, because it's grade 2 listed. Dates back to the early 20th century, this around about 1907 I believe it opened. And just get out of the way of this tree so I can show you a little bit better. I mean, it is phenomenal, isn't it? Look at it. Wow. I know there has been a number of campaigns to save it, and rightly so. Look at it. Mosque Road, Balsal Heath. And directly opposite we've got this building that looks in a bit of need of love. Possibly an ex-church perhaps, I'm not sure. Educate me. Looks like it to me. Covered in graffiti and disrespect. And litter. That stinks. So as you can see, Cheddar Road. Birmingham 12. Now the significance of this road was that way back there used to be around about 450 ladies plying a certain trade, and there was 50 houses on Cheddar Road that advertised wares, if you like they do in Amsterdam, for want of a better term, in the windows. So I thought I'd show you that, but it was once coined or penned the wickedest street in Britain, this. There we are. So I thought I'd show you that, but on a different note, obviously the area has been significantly cleaned up, and there are lots of outreach work being done. When I say cleaned up, I don't mean literally, as you can see. But the ladies who need help through drug addiction or alcohol addiction or whatever they're suffering in life that has forced them onto the streets, well, there has been a real onus on helping them since, so that's a good thing. But like I say, I don't want to glorify people's misfortune, but I do know sometimes if there's a little story to be told about a street, it's worth a mention. As I filmed a couple of churches, I thought I'd come and film the Grand Central Mosque. Otherwise people will moan, why didn't you film the Grand Central Mosque? Well, there we are. But this can house around about 6,000 worshippers, so it's a biggie. So there we are, and that shot there with the high-rise block of flats, it just about sums up Birmingham at the moment, minus the rubbish. Don't know what's going on here. I'll just walk round now. You alright? Good. So you got some people at the traffic lights. Alright, I see. So they, when the traffic stops. You okay? It's a smile, come on. Yeah, so looks like when the traffic stops, they're going up and approaching the drivers.